Good morning, church. It is so good to see what the Lord is doing here in this church. When I first met Pastor Grant at the seminary, I shared my vision about going back to India and plant churches across India. Started with one church. Um, the Lord, in His provision, brought Jenny during my time in the seminary, and now He is going to be with me and help me in the church planting in India, along with all of you, partnership, hopefully in the future. But this is not today's presentation is not about our future vision for church planting in India. It's about my home church, the church that I was born and raised. As Pastor introduced, that I come from India. India has about 1.4 billion people, and less than 3% of the population in India proclaim Christ and profess to be Christians. And I come from the northeastern part of the country, which is close to the Himalayan region. And this place is known as Gateway to the East. You see, this place is close to Islamic countries, Buddhist countries, and communists. In the north, you see China and Tibet. And to the east, you see Myanmar, and south, you see Bangladesh. So it is surrounded by countries that do not know the Lord. And I come from this state, specifically the state of Manipur. Manipur has about 3 million people. Less than half of the people in the state profess Christ and follow the Lord. This was the first missionary from Scotland that came to Manipur by the name of William Pettigrew. And because of his ministry, you see some Baptist churches in northeastern part of the country that I come from. The next slide. This is the village where I was born and raised. I went back to my hometown in this village and presented 8 weeks of discipleship class. So I was born and raised there. About 700 people live here. And you can only go there during the winter because the summer monsoon is so heavy and the roads are not convenient or safe to travel in summer months. So this is the shape, the condition of the church, and this is not structurally sound. And so the church back home in my village have decided to start a new building project with little resources they have. The next slide. This was me and my wife with the church pastor in the village. This is the inside church. You see the mud floor. It is tight. This can accommodate only half of the population of the church membership. So the church met us when we went to visit last November and presented a need. And we were burdened by the needs there. This was church leaders on the left. And you see on the right, the children presenting gospel song when we were there in one of the services. So this is the real condition of the church building inside. Next slide. Yeah, so we were not able to have our wedding reception. We got married 3 years ago, but our family did a wedding reception for us. And the church was not big enough to accommodate the members, so they built this hall to host the wedding reception. And every Christmas, they will build a hall like this one because they cannot accommodate the size of the church members. So this is how the members in the church support the church ministry through vegetables, first fruit, and tithing. But you see very little that they can contribute and help the church ministry. This is outside of the church building. Next slide. Yeah, we met this widow. She lost her husband to cancer about 2 years ago during our visit. This is how she weave and make the traditional scarf, sell these scarves, and she would support her family and send her kids to the school. And so this is the reality of the village life in Northeast India. Next slide. So people live in a neat, tight community. There is a bonding of tight community feeling there in the village. This was our fishing trip to the river during our visit in the village. The people eat together, travel together, work together. Next slide. So this was Jenny doing Christmas activity and sharing the gospel during our visit. These are the kids from the village. She brought this, what is it called? Yeah, men directive, this ornaments from the States. Yeah, from the States, and she shared the gospel to the children there. Next slide. So the church now have started laying the foundation for the new building. This picture was received just last week. Next slide. So you see the progress of the work. You see on the right is church leaders and volunteers helping. On the left, you see the truck and some sand and the chips that they brought. You see they can bring supplies only in the winter months because summer monsoon is so heavy. Next slide. So this is her daughter with her traditional attire during our time there. We feel honored to come and see what the Lord is doing and present this work to you all in person. And we thank the Lord for Pastor Grant and the leadership here for your heart for the mission and partnering with the church back home in India. May the Lord bless you. If you have any questions about this building project, we will be happy to stay around and respond to those questions. Thank you. God bless you.